Welcome back, guys. Welcome back once again. Today, we'll be learning how to add videos to our website. And the goals for today include 1. We'll learn how to add videos directly to our website. We'll discover how to embed YouTube videos. We've done something about embed when we did the Google's website. Okay, now we understand video format and options. We'll also create our own video gallery. Okay, and we'll make our website fun and interactive. Now, what is a video gallery? It's a group of videos arranged on a page. I'm sure you have seen a YouTube page before. You have seen YouTube. You see how the videos are stacked and arranged? Yes, something like that. Okay, and why do we add videos to our websites? Now, videos make websites more engaging. It makes it more engaging and it explains things better than just text. I know you don't want your website to be boring. Now, if you want to add a little bit of spark, just the same way you add images, it's very, very necessary to add videos as well. Okay. Now, it helps us share experiences and demonstrations. It also makes your website more modern. I'm sure you like that. And then there are 2 ways to add videos. The first one is called the self-hosted video. And you add this to your website by using the video tag. You can see this tag over here using HTML5 video tag. And this is it. Just the same way you add a tag for your image, add a tag for anything else. There is a tag called the video. Now, the other way you can add a video to your website is the embedded videos. And it's not just strictly reserved for YouTube. There are other ones like Vimeo. You can also find TikTok. Yes, all you need to do is to get the embed and then you add it to your website. Don't worry, if this word is too complicated for you to understand, I will show you everything. So relax while we go through this journey together. Now, the first method, which is the video tag, this is how you do it. You add the video tag and then this is how it comes. It comes with a source. When you type video and you click on the suggestion, normally it gives you this, which is the source equal to hooks. Okay, but if yours doesn't suggest that for you, you can always write it inside yourself. What do I mean by inside? I mean the first opening tag is where it goes into. Now let me show you what I mean so we don't just talk too much. So I'll be creating a new file for this and I will name it videos, let's say video.html. Because what we want to do here is strictly videos, just so you will know what we have covered so far. Now, I will add the tag we were told to add, and that is what? The video tag. And like I said, the moment I clicked on that suggestion there, it showed me this attribute source, which is where you will add your video into. Okay, now let's continue. We've created the tag and this is what it looks like. Let's go back to our slide and know the next thing we need to learn. Okay, then there are video formats. I want you to know that there are video formats. And the common video formats include the MP4, which is the most common format and it works everywhere. Another one is the WebM. It's of high quality but smaller size. Another one is OGG and it is less common. Most websites use the MP4 format, okay? Just take note of this. The next thing we need to know is the video tag attributes. These are attributes. These attributes you are seeing here, which includes the controls, the width and height, the autoplay, the loop, the muted. These are the possible attributes you can add to your video. Okay. Now, what does the control do for you? The controls shows play, pause buttons. Okay, when you add controls to your, as an attribute to your video tag, I still mean the opening tag, okay? When you add controls, it shows the play and the pause button for you. It adds that to your video. I'll show you what I mean. And then when you add the width and height, you can always resize, you know what the width and height is. And there is also something called the autoplay. It starts automatically, but it's not always recommended that you add the autoplay so that when people go to your web page, it doesn't just start playing. It's not really a good experience, okay? So it's not always advisable to use the autoplay. Then the next thing is the loop. Loop means for the video to play repeatedly. The next one is muted. So that if you add the muted, you just go to the video and you unmute it yourself. It comes muted. Okay, it doesn't just keep playing the video, and the video might be playing, but you will not be hearing any sound at all. Do you understand? Okay, the next thing we have to, but before I go to the next thing, I want us to add a video. Okay, I will add my own video by going to the Explorer. I'll go to my file Explorer, go to my desktop, because this is where I have the folder of this website we are actually working on. And the name is my first website. So now this is it. What do I need to do? I have to go to where I have a video. I have this video right here, and I will copy it. If you hover on it, you'll see where it says MP4 file. So this is the video I want to use. I don't have much video, so I will use just this one. I will copy it, go back to my desktop, and then either I create a folder and add it, or I just add it in here. Let me just paste it here because you can actually do it either way. So I've pasted my video here. Now, if I go back to my VS Code, the video is right here. Okay, good. Now, the next thing is for us to add it inside our video tag so that you see what it looks like. Now, first of all, let's go observe our page now that we have not added anything at all. So we'll go observe our page, and now it is empty. Can you see? It is empty. I will now add the image source, which is this one right here. Maybe let me just rename it. I will just say video, or let's say Bunny video. Okay, this is it. And I will call this name here Bunny video, and let's see if our video will pop out. Now this is it. It's out with its full width, but it doesn't have anywhere you can pause or play. Can you see that? This is a video, but it's looking like an image. Do you know why? It's looking this way because we have not added the control attributes, the controls. So what I'll be doing is I will just type controls, and let's go check out what our website will look like now. Can you see? The controls are out. So it's super compulsory that when you use the video tag, you should put the controls attributes, because how would they play your video if there's no control here that says play or pause? You see? Now we'll go back to our slide and see something else we can actually do. So another thing to note is you can resize it. I showed you here where you can do this using the width and the height attributes. You can always resize your video. So right here, this is an example of how you can resize it using the width and the height. And what I want to do is I want to give it a width of 400 and then a height of 300. Let's see what it will come out looking like. So back to our VS Code. I will come over here and I will say width 400, then height 300. Can you see our video is looking more like it at this point? It's looking way better. So the next thing is, let's go back to our slide and see what we have next. We can add the muted. We can add loop. Now let's add loop and see what will happen. And then let's also add autoplay, because you can always play around with this until you get something suitable for you. So the attributes I'll be adding here is the autoplay. And I'll also add can you see, the moment I added the autoplay, my video started playing. That is why it is not always advisable to use it. I added the autoplay and my video immediately started playing. Okay? So that's why it's not suitable to use it. And it's also necessary to add the muted. Okay? The muted makes it come out muted like this. That's good. Now, like I told you, some websites do not accept certain video types. I listed the types for you. Now, assuming you have one video in different types, that is either in MP4 or the OGG, you can list them all out so that if the browser you're using does not accept the WebM, you also indicate that same video in another type, so that if this doesn't show up, at least this one will show up. But in a situation where it doesn't, there's also a text that should be left behind which says your browser doesn't support this video, just in case that browser doesn't actually support that video type. Okay, the next thing I want us to look at is the fallback content. This is where in between the video tags, you show a video can't play, at least download this. Now this is what it looks like. You open the video tag, in between the tag, you do this, you put the source. That means the video you want them to see on the web page. Then if you feel it might not support it, you drop the message as well. This is the fallback content. You drop a message that says your browser doesn't support this video. And then you also drop an anchor tag where they can download the video. Now, if the video cannot really show on the web page, at least there should be a link. That is, if this one doesn't work, drop this. If this one doesn't work, let this one happen. And the last option there is where they can actually download that video. Now, there's something called a video poster image. You add this using the poster attribute. Just type your poster there, still inside the opening tag of the video. You type the poster attribute. It sets a thumbnail image. What do I mean by a thumbnail image? This is the image that appears in place of the video. This is the first image you see before you click on play, before the image starts playing. Okay? How do you set this? Let's go back. So now everything, we'll be talking about everything right now. Let me get rid of this first one I had. I'll be getting rid of this first video here, and I'll say video. And I don't want this particular source because I can always do it another way. I still need my controls though. Now I will do this. I'll add a source here. This is the source. And this is where the content, where you can add a video. And I can add my bunny video here. Okay, and assuming I have another source with a different video type, I can also add it here, but I do not have another one. So now you can also tell them to download this. Add the same image here, and let's say bunny. Download instead. Okay, I'm trying to work on the last slide I showed you before the poster image, this right here. So this is what I did. I added the anchor tag and then I added the video and told them to download this. I'll go back and show you what it looks like. Now it doesn't have any width, and since it's showing already, since my video is showing already, it is supported here, there's no point, there's no need for that anchor tag to appear. Okay, so the next thing I want us to talk about is the poster. How do you add a poster image? Like I said, in here in the video tag, you add something called a poster. Now normally you can see my video is looking like this, but first of all, let me resize it because it's taking up my screen size. Let me resize it from this part. I'll say the width should be what, 400, and the height will be 300. So now in my poster image, this is where you add the image you want to appear there as the first thing that people see when they want to click on that video. And since I have my images inside a folder called images, what I will do is I will click on that folder and select any of the image I want to appear there. Let's get this bunny here and see what this looks like. Can you see that this is what it looks like now until I click on the video and it starts playing? Good. The next thing I want us to understand is this. You shouldn't forget the attributes required for your video. I've added the muted back, I've added controls, I've added width and height. I can also decide to add my loop. Okay, so the next thing we need to check out is styling our videos with CSS. You can decide to style your video with CSS by adding a border, by adding box shadows, by adding a border radius. Let's see if we can quickly do something like that. I will style my video. I'll go to the head. Inside the head tag, I will add the style. You already know how this is done. I will be styling the video. And I'll give it a border radius of 30 pixels. Let's see. Now our video is slightly curved. You can resize it however you want. You can give it a border of, let's say, 2 pixels, solid black. Let's see if this will reflect. Now it has a strong border of 2 pixels, solid black. You can always style your video however you want. Okay, now the next thing to look at is the video limitations. Okay, some videos can be large, and if it's too large, what does it do? It slows down the loading process before your video gets out there for you to really click and see what you want to see. It takes so much time because the video is too heavy. And another limitation that comes with this is that not all browsers support all formats, like I said before. Then autoplay restrictions. For good user experience, do not put your videos on autoplay. Okay, then you also need to consider the mobiles, that is data usage. The next thing we'll be looking at is the embedded YouTube videos. We'll be learning embedding right now, and it's easier than hosting your own videos. Like, it has better performance. YouTube handles the heavy lifting. What you need to do is just to copy and to paste. And it has more features like playlists, captions, and a whole lot. Now, how do you get the embedded code? I'll be showing you how you can get an embedded code. And first thing you need to do is to go to the YouTube video you want to embed. Okay, click on the share button, click on embed, and then copy the code provided. Now, like this image I have over here, go to any YouTube video you want. This is the one I picked. You click on the share button here. The next thing that pops up is something like this, and then you select the embed. Okay, select the embed, and after selecting the embed, you copy the embed video. This is what the embed looks like. So it's not really anything complicated. You just need to click on the share. When you get to the video you want, click on this share. Next thing, click on this embed. And the next one is just to click on this copy, and you have already copied that embed. Let me show you what I mean. I'll be going to just YouTube. I'll be taking this one, for instance. I've opened this and I'll click on share. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'll click on share, and when you do that, it pops up something like this where you see embed, you see WhatsApp and all. I'll click on embed and then just click on copy. It's already copied. Now I only need to go back to my Visual Studio Code and paste it. Now yes, I have pasted it, and it's always very long, but that's still fine. I've pasted the video, and let's see what our embed looks like. Now this is it. Really wonderful. So this is how you add videos, and this is how you normal videos, this is how you add the YouTube videos. So now you can always play the video you want to play, and everything still functions. You don't even need to add the controls anymore, because YouTube, the embed does the job for you. YouTube does the heavy lifting for you. So this is how you can, the two different ways you can add the video to your web page. Either you use the normal video tag, or you just go to YouTube, get the video you want to have on your page, copy the embed and paste it there. It's an iframe, and that is all for that. And you can always resize if you want to, because it comes with the size as well. If you check out this iframe here, what you are seeing is the width as 560 and the height as 315. You can always decide to change it to 360 and 315. You can always play around with. Now it has become smaller. Okay, so now we'll be going back to the slide to see what else we need to cover. So yes, at this point we have copied. This is what the code looks like, so you don't get confused. You are on the right track if you see something that looks like this, just like this. You just copy it and you paste it. Now YouTube embed size options. The one I just edited is the 560 by 315. You can always change it to this, and 560 by 315 is the default. And then 640 by 360 is slightly larger. 853 by 480 is larger, obviously. Then 1280 by 720 is the HD. Now you can always customize your YouTube embeds. You can change the width and the height values like I just did. And you can add this parameters to the URL. You can add the autoplay. You can add the loop. You can also add the start call to whatever thing you want to give it, just like we do in the normal video. Now, planning a video gallery. A video gallery shows multiple videos in a grid, and there are things to consider. How many videos do you want to add? What size thumbnails do you want to add? And then the layouts, how you want it to align, how many you want to have in one row, and you can also decide to add descriptions for your video. Now, CSS for gallery layout. You can decide to add borders around each video container. You can decide to add background color, and you can style the titles and descriptions. Okay, now there are tips for awesome video pages. You should use consistent sizes, so you don't have one looking big and the other one looking a different way. Okay, you keep the content clean and kid friendly. Okay, you shouldn't be posting videos that you're not meant to post, right? You should watch and post videos according to the age limits. There's always one there. You should get the video suitable for your age. And don't overload the page with too many images. You don't come to your website and it's supposed to be a simple website and you just have 35 videos, 30 videos, 20 videos. They didn't come there to watch videos. So it will make your web page messy, to look just like you're just creating a whole lot of videos and not actually the main content they want to see. So you should restrict the way you use videos in your web page. But then what I'm trying to show you is how to create a video gallery. And now we'll go right into it. I'll go back to my VS Code. And now I'll make my width and height for everything equal. And since I already have this video here, I just want to duplicate it. Since I've styled it how I want, I just want to make like 6 more videos like this. Let me see what it looks like. Now I have duplicated it 4 different times, so it's looking like this at this point. Now I can decide to add more. Since I'm just duplicating it because I don't have any extra video to add here, so I'll add one more to see if this is suitable. So I like it. I have my normal video tags. I still have my embedded YouTube embed video here. So now what I want to do is I just want to add to my video, I just want to add a background color. To the main video tag, I'll add a background color and I'll say yellow because I want to see what it to look like. Now this is the background color of it. To the video, I've added this background color and I think I like it. And the reason why it's not showing here is because this is not a video tag, this is an iframe, while these ones are videos. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want it to have a general title. So back here, I'll just say H2 and I'll call it my video gallery. Let's see. My title is already up here. Let's try and align it to the center. Remember, you need to write it in lowercase style. Text align, center. Let's see if to move our text to the center, and this is it right here. I like it this way. I might decide to increase the font size and change the color to something else. Just anything you want to do with your code, you can always do that. Let me increase the font size. I'll increase the font size to, let's say 100. Let's see if this is too large. It says, so I will reduce it to, let's say 70. Now, I think I want it this way. Yes, I do. I like it this way. Let me change the color. I'll change the color of that, my header. I'll change it to, should I say yellow? No, I don't like it. I don't like this. It's too much, too shouty. I'll look for a shade of yellow that is not too shouty. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, I like this. I like how it's looking at this point. I like how this one is looking. So I feel this is suitable. I can decide to give the entire body a different background color. And now since I only have one video, I can decide to just change the poster images I have. So I don't just see my bunny, my favorite bunny here. So to the different poster images I have, you know, I duplicated this image, these videos into 5 places. Now just to make it look like I have a lot of videos there, you can just use different videos if you have a lot of it. But just for this lesson, I'm using one because I don't have a lot of videos to use, for instance. Now I want to change this particular image. I want to change it to the adorable fighting bunny. Let's see if now it has changed to this image. I can decide to change this other one to another image that I have. Another one that I have, let me say the cheerful cartoon bunny. Let's see. And this is good. I want it. I like, can you see my bunny here? This is my bunny. I can use, I think I edited the wrong one. Okay, so here, since I already have the cheerful bunny there, I'll just select another one here, and I'm now using the adorable fighter, and it's here. So you can just play around with your gallery. So now this is what a video gallery looks like. It's really nice. I will change the width of this my iframe so it tallies with this. I'll change the width of my iframe. Where is it? Now, since others are 400 and 300, let me change this one to be exactly like that. Let's see. Okay, now they have equal width and height. The only difference is that this one doesn't have any border radius. But let me see if I can be able to style the iframe here. Let me know if I can give it a border radius of 30 pixels. Let's see if it will reflect. Now the border radius is out. So this is what your what it looks like, what a video gallery looks like. And you can actually decide to give each of them a caption if you want to. The only thing you need to do is just to add them in a div. Let's say you have this video here. Let me cut out this one. Just carefully watch my video and don't get confused. I'll cut out this one, create a div. Okay, create a div, and then I'll start with writing a h3 my video. Okay, and next thing I want to now add to it is what I cut out before. Let's see. Now, because I added a div, it pushed the other ones away because a div is a block element. So this is what I'm trying to let you understand, that you can actually decide to give each of them a title if you want to. Just give it a div and design it however you want. Okay, so you can decide to give each of them this div and display it as flex. Good. Now I will take it back because I don't know if I don't want a title right now, but you can do that. Or even if I do want it, I can decide to change it to an inline element. Let me show you what I mean. Let me give it a class name of div. And in here, I'll give it the dot div, and I'll say display inline block. And let's see if it will come back up again. It is back together with the other ones because I displayed it as an inline block. So this is how you can design your video gallery. I just hope you enjoyed today's class, because right now what you need to do for me is, but first of all, let me tell you something. It mustn't be YouTube. You can have this Vimeo, you can have TikTok, Instagram. Instagram requires special embed, and each platform has its own embed code. Now, troubleshooting videos, there are common problems and solutions. When your video won't play, check for the format compatibility. Now, YouTube video shows error. You have to check that you got the correct URL. The video is too large or small, adjust dimensions. If it has slow loading, optimize video size. Don't overload the page with too many videos, okay? Now, this on your screen is the assignments you have to do for me. You have to create a video gallery, and the title should be my video gallery, and it should have at least 3 videos. You need to use both the video and iframe, just like I did, and it needs to have titles for each video. Okay, thank you for joining me today. See you in our next class, guys. Bye.